7 News Detroit This Morning starts right now with a breaking news alert.
We begin with that breaking news out of Grand Blanc Township. A mass shooting and fire at a church has left at least 4 people dead and 8 others injured. The shooter is also dead.
Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I'm Kiera Hay.
And I'm Allie Hoxie. The shooting happened just before 10:30 yesterday morning at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. The suspect is accused of ramming his truck into the building, setting the church on fire and opening fire at parishioners.
It makes no sense. It never will make sense why this kind of thing happens.
Well, now this small knit community is trying to put the pieces back together. We have 7 News Detroit's anchor Keenan Smith, who is live outside of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints this morning. As we try to dig for some more information, Keenan, what are you seeing right now and what have you learned?
Well, the scene behind me has been busy through the overnight hours and this morning. I'd like to step aside and allow you to see what I can see from here, which sadly is just some slivers of the chars of that building there where this tragedy took place.
Goddamn, get off my diesel. Damn. Get off my diesel. Goddamn, get off my diesel. Damn. Get off my diesel. Damn. Damn. Diesel. Damn. Damn. Diesel. Damn.
Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. I'm your host, the conservative libertarian here. And yes, sir, we're back with another video. Not a happy video, man. We got to deal with another one of these, terrible events. I mean, like, there's events happening all over the place. This one is the one that's getting the most coverage right now. But this was at a church. And yeah, like I said, like, it's getting terrible out here. It is getting really, really bad out here. Whatever it could be, you know what I'm saying? Stay armed and dangerous, you know what I'm saying? Protect yourself at all times, you know what I'm saying? If you live in a state that you can, go get yourself something, to feel safe about, then go do that, man. I'm trying to do that shit myself, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, this is just terrible, right? So we're gonna watch this little of the sheriff doing a little breakdown and talking about what actually happened, because I don't really know much about what happened. I know a couple people may have died, but I want to get his statements, and then we also have the president and what he had to say about the whole situation. So let's go ahead and get into this, man.
Our thoughts and prayers go out to the victims of this incident, which is completely unnecessary and avoidable. The incident that we're going to talk about here today, as I said, was happening at 10:25 a.m. at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, which is located at 4285 McCandless Road. During this incident, what we know right now is that a 40-year-old suspect from Burton, he's a male, he drove his vehicle through the front doors of the church. He then exited his vehicle, firing several rounds at individuals within the church. 10 gunshot victims have been transported to local hospitals at this time, including one who has been deceased. Officers who were trained immediately responded to the area. One was a DNR officer, and then one was a Grand Blanc Township officer, where they met the suspect and they engaged in gunfire with that particular individual, neutralizing that suspect, and that suspect is no longer with us. As I said, it is a 40-year-old male from Burton.
I just want to say real quick, rest in peace to anybody who lost their lives in that, and prayers to the people who are, getting in recovery right now. No one should ever have to go through this, ever. And it's terrible. We live in a country like this. Makes me sick, makes me really sick to my stomach every time I hear stories like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't understand why we can't live in a peaceful world, man. People just hate. They just have too much hate in their heart. There's too much hate in this world, man. And we have to stomp it out, bro. We have to stomp out the hate. We have to stomp out the darkness. I'm doing it every day by just, making these videos, trying to make my voice heard, and then also, being a great father, trying to be a good dad, try to be a good husband as well, you know what I'm saying? And just keep praying. Just keep praying. Every day is going to be a better day, That's all I can keep doing, bro.
During all this incident as well, there was a fire that occurred, and we believe that was deliberately set by the suspect. We do believe that we will find additional victims once we have that scene secure. That fire was just extinguished by the Grand Blanc Township Fire Department within the past hour. So where we go from here is we have investigators. We're going to do search warrants on the suspect's residence. We're going to find out if there was a motive. We're going to go through cell phone records, things like that. We had the FBI, you know, they're devoting 100 agents to this area because, as you can imagine, there's a lot of witnesses that were within the church, and that is a lot of witness information, statements that we have to obtain. So I'd like to thank all the agencies who responded, the City of Grand Blanc, Genesee County, Oakland County Sheriff's Office, Flint Township Police Department, the DNR, the State Police, and the ATF. I will provide additional information for you at 5 p.m., but I am willing to take any questions that you have that I could possibly answer right now.
Yeah, that's terrible, and yeah, hopefully we can get to the bottom of what actually happened with all that. But we're gonna go ahead and get into what President Trump had to say about the whole situation, and yeah, let's get into it.
We are also getting response from the President of the United States, who says that he was briefed on what he calls a horrendous shooting, and he also says that not only is the FBI immediately on scene, but also this point: the suspect is dead, but there is still a lot to learn. The President says this appears to be yet another targeted attack on Christians in the United States of America. The Trump administration will keep the public posted, as we always do. In the meantime, pray for the victims and their families. This epidemic of violence in our country must end immediately. The president, perhaps obviously there, making note of the fact that there was that horrific fire in August 27th. About a month ago, almost exactly, a mass shooting at the Annunciation Catholic Church that killed 2 people and injured many others in Minneapolis, Minnesota. So we don't know the motive yet officially. We will hopefully learn more when the FBI and local law enforcement hold that press conference at 5 p.m. today. But right now, it's prayers for those victims, and as we know that there are perhaps an unknown number of victims as well in that fire. Kevin.
Great stuff, Brian Yennis. Appreciate that. Again, the president saying this appears to be yet another targeted attack on Christians in the United States of America. Again, you heard Brian make mention of what happened over in Minnesota. And again, as I pointed out throughout the afternoon, there have been a number of targeted attacks on not just Christians all over the globe, but in particular Christian churches in Europe. We want to bring in former D.C. homicide detective and Fox News contributor Ted Williams. It's too early to assign a motivation here, Ted, but obviously they're going to begin to piece this all together one step at a time. You heard Brian mention something I thought was very important. They want to make sure they don't necessarily name an individual before they have a chance to collect their communications and perhaps even get over to a home or a storage locker, just see what else they can collect. Is that a fair assessment?
All right, I'm not gonna watch too much of the rest of that because I gotta go do something. But there has been a lot of attacks on Christians, and yeah, I don't know what that is all about. I don't know what my faith has to do with anything that you got going on, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I believe people can do whatever the hell they want to do. You don't want to believe in God, that's all hunky-dory, okay? Just, you don't have to, push that onto my kids, though. You know what I'm saying? If my kids want to believe in God, then that's what they're going to do. And if I want to teach my kids in God's faith, then that's what I'm going to do. But if they end up growing up not wanting to believe in God, then I can't tell them not to believe in God. That's on them. You know what I'm saying? They're their own persons. As long as you're not hurting nobody, then no one should be hurting you. So I don't see why this is even happening. It's just disgusting. But yeah, guys, I'll catch you in the next one, man. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, just tell whoever you love, any of your friends, any of your loved ones that you love, tell them you love them, call them, talk to them. Peace.